Lesson 6, which is structuralism and post-structuralism. So, our goal here is to tell how structuralism as a way of approaching texts and practices so discussed in culture. So, structuralism takes two basic ideas from Saussur's work. First, a concern with the underlying relations of the text and practices, the grammar that makes meaning possible. Second, the view that meaning is always the result of the interplay of relationships of selection and combination made possible by the underlying structure. So in other words, texts and practices are studied as analogous to language. Imagine, for example, that aliens from outer space had landed in Barcelona in May 1999. And as an earthly display of welcome, they were invited to attend the Champions League final between Manchester United and Bayern Munich. So, what would they witness? Two groups of men in different colored costumes, one red, the other in silver and maroon, moving at different speeds and different directions across a green surface, marked with white lines. So they would notice that the white spherical projectiles appeared to have some influence on the various patterns of cooperation and competition. They would also notice a man dressed in dark green, with a whistle which he blew to stop and start the combinations of play. They would also note that he appeared to be supported by two other men also dressed in dark green, one on either side of the main activity, each using a flag to support the main authority of the man with the whistle. So finally, they would note the presence of two men, one at the end of the playing area, standing in front of partly knitted structures. So they would see that periodically these men engage in acrobatic routines that involve contact with the white projectile. The visiting aliens could observe the occasion and describe what they saw to each other, but unless someone explained to them the rules of association, football, it means the Champions League final in which Manchester United became the first team in history to win the treble of Champions League, Premier League, and FA Cup, would make a very little sense to them at all. It is the underlying rules of cultural texts and practices that interest structuralists. Therefore, the task of structuralism is to make explicit the rules and conventions or the structure which govern the production of meaning or acts of people. Thank you. That's all, ma'am.